This is my famous sketchbook, and now I'm going to present sunlight during the presentation. Cool. So I hacked something so I can show up my sketchbook a bit because it's gonna take so freaking long that might as well give a better flyby than the little flip book that I gave. It's gonna because it's more like a meditation method that has a narrative structure because it's a way to structure my idea. So it's a character like X-Files type of agency, obsessed by mysteries, and that very first aspect is exploring ghost, haunted object, the Holy Grail, and the unholy Grail. It doesn't have. I mean, it's a sketchbook. It's a notebook. It's meant for concept. It's meant to remain inspirational. When I have another look at it, I know precisely what I had in mind, where it's heading, but not much more than that. So characters will be crystallizing by redundance, I guess. These little skull flames are actually this size, the size of a lighter flame, the size of a candle light, and are meant to fly over the pages as ghosts that the character never interact with. They are that second level, something between the reader and the comic itself. And as a counter argument or as a critic of what's going on in the comic book, and themselves as a counter argument, which are pumpkin flowers that give the second comment on their second comment over what's going on in the page. So the character is obsessed by ghosts, but never actually talks to them. They represent what type of critic, what type of subconscious process is that annoying for that character, and they are a bit harsh, a bit bitch. I mean, their comments are somehow random. I have yet to make a better use of it. That's a portrait of my dad, believe it or not, that I impersonated as a Bluebeard type of Viking, of golden Viking, sleeping inside the sun. Believe it or not. A failed mechanism, a failed chess game mechanism, because that simply cannot work. And might as well, because I need a sketchbook as a hobby. I've always been drawing, and it's always construct as some sort of metastructural gigantic universe, just to draw the slightest thing. So I've been trying to just draw abstract without narrative depth, and it doesn't quite work. And I've been trying tons of things, and I've stumbled upon what I need as a mental playground to be able to draw things that have a story, even remotely, even so slightly. The eclipse that happened in the 2024, if I remember correctly, who wasn't inspired by such an event? And I planned, this is one chapter of a very long saga of things I must explore, I must meditate on. I simply deployed compulsion I have about the clay fighters, about Machu Picchu, about the Great Wall, about all these fascinating and mysterious places on Earth. I have ideas of several stories about each one of them, and I had to spread them over several books. This one exclusively is about energy flow, the Grail, the Holy Grail, the curse object, ghosts that would be obsessed by a curse object, and only the Holy Grail. I mean, the clay fighter or something else entirely. And I managed, that's the Punisher. If anyone knew my attempt as a webcomic when I was Insomniac a bit before leaving my apartment. That's the Punisher, that's the character, a parody of the Marvel Universe. Psychoanalytic method. It's called Ghost of a Dead Mom. It's a horse with the world map on its butt and a skull face. That's Agent Pink. That's Suicide Cat. They are phantasm. They are meant to inhabit the nightmare realm. Warlock, claiming something very bold. Where were you when all of the mythology fell under one lightsaber? By the power of Grayskull. Agent Snowball, the first row female character, the Agent Scully of that X-Files type of relation. They're developing psychic power, and that's why they're under observation by the Canadian government. I have a lot of skill to develop, a lot of experience to gain, but it's going quite well alongside my health that is only improving. So don't expect me to be anywhere else at your next Christmas gigantic boom in Rio, or talking about bank accounts in Singapore. I have way too much to do. That's where I'm at with mostly white pages and theme I must explore. The next one's going to be a bit tighter, but the method is the same. As what is my perspective on Argonauts is that party in another room and you're just getting glimpse of words from different people, but from your perspective it makes a sentence. And doesn't make any sense. No one in that room stated that specific sentence. You took pieces of words of different people talking and it made a sentence in your head. I call that effect the Argonauts, and that character pays way too much attention to it. Under the hypothesis of Vox Populi, Vox Dei. And just in itself, that's an entire chapter. Yeah. The other super beings that are really present, they happen to be born with gold in their DNA, which make their mythos outrageously efficient. They never waste any time in recovery. Recovery is the fastest, as would be a Wolverine. That's the closest of a tribute to Wolverine, tribute to Batman, tribute to She-Hulk. Where would I be if I wasn't making some clear reference that's what I fed up. Those are the characters I fed up. Doctor Doom, actually an armor similar to Doctor Doom that is actually meant to keep me drawing. It looks like one medieval piece of technology, and all it allowed me to do is stand still and focus on a drawing. That's about it. You've been very patient, and that's one bottle thrown in the sea of the internet, because technically I don't have any subscribers, don't have any viewers, no one knows me, and that's probably better like that. Yeah.